Yo, what's up guys? This is Midnight Web and welcome back to another video. And today, what you guys are watching is the second of my 4 character breakdowns for the new Borderlands, the pre-sequel, the new Borderlands game that is coming out this October. I did the last one yesterday. I will leave a link to that in the description below for Athena, which is the Gladiator class. This is the second class, which is Wilhelm. I think it's called the Enforcer in-game. But we all know him as Wilhelm, the boss from Borderlands 2, and that's what you guys are watching in the background is gameplay of me. I ran there real quick and killed Wilhelm, and I just ran there real quick and just killed him just so I could have a gameplay of that in the background, just to show you. Because in the pre-sequel, he's in this game he looks like basically like a robot. He's basically like a cyborg, and I'll explain more about this a little bit later as I go down through some of his skills, but. As you augment his skill tree, it replaces like certain body parts like his arms and legs and stuff with like robotic parts. So as you level up Wilhelm in the pre-sequel, he slowly turns from the human into the robot that we all saw that we had to fight in Borderlands 2. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to discuss his action skill and stuff, and then maybe at the end I'm going to try to show you guys a little bit of gameplay of his action skill and stuff like that. So let's jump right into it. So basically Wilhelm's ability in the pre-sequel is Wolf and Saint, and what that is these two companion combat drones. I'm just going to read from the description real quick and I'll explain a little bit more about that in a second. It says, press LB to summon Wolf and Saint, your trusty combat drones. Wolf will roam and attack enemies, while Saint will stay close to you and replenish your health. Saint has a protective shield, but Wolf can be damaged by enemies. I mean, the Wolf can be shot down, but Saint is protected by a shield. So I don't know if that means he can never be shot down, or if that just means, I don't think he can, I'm not sure though. Maybe, I don't know if the enemies can break through the shield if they have a shock weapon or something, but anyway. You can recall them just like the Commando's turret and have some of your cooldown time refunded. But let's look at the first skill tree for Wilhelm here, and this is basically focusing on Wolf, specifically the attack drone. So it increases his airspeed, reload speed, and projectile speed, which is basically kind of similar to Zero's velocity and Maya's accelerate from Borderlands 2. This is basically just increased damage, just general increased gun damage for both you and Wolf. This is a pretty cool one, actually. It gives Wolf corrosive shots, and they have a chance to corrode enemies. They're like venom bolts is what they're called, so that's kind of cool. This is basically just one of those increased fire rate things, nothing really special. The laser guided one, when you activate Wolf and Saint or press LB, while they are active, Saint will paint the target, and then Wolf can basically attack it, or you can attack it. And I think once it's painted, it takes increased damage from all sources. It's kind of like Zero's one skill where you melee them and it marks the target in Borderlands 2. It takes additional damage from all sources for the duration of while it's marked. When Wolf is destroyed, he can be replaced by another one for free. It increases the duration, which is kind of interesting. So you can have 2 Wolves. This one is kind of interesting. When Wolf is recalled, runs out of health, or expires, he basically dive bombs the ground like a hunter killer drone from Black Ops 2. This one just gives you one of the bonus damage stack while he's active. Bonus critical hit damage for that one. This one's kind of interesting. If any status effect you give, shock, incendiary, or corrosive, has a chance to freeze the enemy, just like those cryo weapons. But this has a chance to. So if you light an enemy on fire, it has a chance to freeze them, which is kind of interesting. Wolf periodically launches a missile strike on any enemies that are in close range. I think it's kind of like the Commando's turret, I think, in Borderlands 2. I never really played that much as the Commando, but if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure there's a missile pod on like the left skill tree, I think, and you can have like missiles that shoot, and you can have Wilhelm is basic. I guess he's kind of the Commando of the pre-sequel. He's basically skill tree is basically just make him generally better at everything. Doesn't have like a specific thing that he's really good at. He's basically just an all-around relatively strong character to play as, but I think he's also a little bit like kind of like the Psycho almost. It seems like 'cause he has several melee abilities and stuff like that. Although I'm not really sure. Seems like he's like the Commando, but he's a little bit of something else as well. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, let's move on to the Cyber Commando skill tree, which is the middle one. And the first one here, this one basically gives you increased weapon damage, gun size, and stuff with not gun sight, gun damage with all the new laser weapons and stuff. It kind of focuses on the laser weapons and stuff. This one just increases shield capacity and maximum health. For some, kind of skip over some of the ones that are really nothing special. There's a kill skill there, increase accuracy and critical hit damage. This increases your gun damage in some way, I can't remember. This is really cool. This is the skill tree I was telling you guys about earlier. It basically turns him into a cyborg. It says cyborg augmentation. It's a power fist. It's kind of like that punch thing from the Gunzerker in Borderlands 2, but also a little bit different at the same time. And this one is my favorite, I think, in this entire skill tree. No, my second favorite. I'll show you guys my favorite at the bottom. This one enables him to shoot a gun while sprinting, which no character has been able to do in the Borderlands 2 franchise. In Borderlands 1 or Borderlands 2, no character, and no other character in this game can do it either, which is kind of interesting. This one is just shields and health, stuff like that. It's more health regeneration, blah, 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 blah. This one basically makes him better at everything. Kind of like that one, I don't remember, Commando's, was it the Ranger skill that does that? I don't remember. It increases gun damage, reload speed, magazine size, accuracy, and reduces recoil. Meteor Storm, or Meteor Slam, sorry, increases the damage radius of your thingy, slam thing. This one is my favorite in the skill tree, and probably in all of the skill trees, I think, yeah. It's called the Vengeance Cannon, and it's literally a shoulder-mounted cannon. Every time your shields are depleted, it fires every time you have a gun that fires. You have a gun with a fast fire rate, it'll fire, and it's going to be abused. I'm pretty sure it's going to be abused. I'm just saying. But anyway, the third skill tree focuses on Saint a little bit, and that first one is basically just some more kill skill stuff, increases max health and stuff like that, increases shield recharge delay, not increases, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Saint ability. Saint will continually boost the shields of you and your teammates, and I think help them regenerate health and stuff. Termination Protocol is a little bit like the fuse from the Psycho in Borderlands 2. He kind of like runs around. If he doesn't get a kill, it blows up, basically. When Saint is recalled, creates a shockwave, which helps heal you and nearby teammates. Yeah, so basically he just explodes, and then it heals you and your teammates, I guess. This is another kill skill with cooldown rate and stuff like that. Pretty much a lot of the characters have stuff like that. I swear if my voice cracks one more time while I'm doing a commentary, it's ridiculous. Maximum health, increases your maximum health, and also gives you a little bit of a bonus. It's kind of like almost like your own personal spike shield. When an enemy gets close to you, the closer they are, they have a higher chance of being attacked by like explosive feedback, which basically I guess just means like shoots explosive spikes at them or something like that. I'm not really sure, but like if they damage you, I think they have a chance to basically feel your wrath. Whenever you are shot or struck by an enemy, you gain a stack of hard to kill, which reduces all damage taken. I just realized I skipped this one, so I'm going to go back up here. If you have a fire, shock, or corrosive status effect, you and your friends gain increased resistance to that status effect. Additionally, you will also occasionally spread that status effect, like a disease, basically, to nearby enemies. I'm not sure if you can jump from enemy to enemy. That'd be kind of cool, but especially if it's like a corrosive one, would be kind of interesting to see. Then overcharge is basically just a Saint ability. After being summoned, it will release an energy wave that will overcharge you and your teammates, increase movement speed, fire rate, reload speed. And then ammo regeneration, kind of like the Gunzerker. It basically just, it's like, it helps out your whole team, basically. This whole skill tree really helps out your whole team. But anyway, let's take a look at some gameplay of Wilhelm here. Let's see him, and there you can see he does call in Wolf and Saint. You can see Saint has the little blue energy beam, which is healing him. It's giving him health regeneration. Then Wolf is out there attacking people. Now that does not mean like, obviously it doesn't, like you can see, that does not make you invincible, but it's definitely a lot more helpful. I'm not sure if that blue dome around him or something like that, I'm not sure if that is put there by Saint, or he moves and follows you with that or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. But for any of you guys who have played Borderlands 2 before, you will see he is using a legendary weapon called the Pitchfork here, which is a sniper. He is also, right here, you can see him using another legendary from Borderlands 2, which is the Striker. Now, I seriously doubt that, in my opinion, I'm just going to talk about that next for 1 second. This is the Vengeance Cannon right here, by the way. So you can see it on the shoulder-mounted cannon, where every time he shoots, it just fires like explosive laser blasts at people, which is pretty awesome. And there's the power fist thing, I think is what it's called. Anyway, back in regards to the legendaries thing, I've seen these two, and I have also seen some gameplay with what was it? I think it was the Maggie, and I think maybe the conference call, if I remember correctly, during some gameplay. Now, I seriously doubt that, and you can see right here, this is the pitchfork. It's exactly the same sniper that he was using. This is a shock version that I have on my Assassin in Borderlands 2, but, I mean, it's still the same gun. This one has a blade on it, and the other one, you can clearly see that it is the same gun. And I think you can even, yeah, it's basically, it has the same skin and everything. Now, I seriously doubt that Gearbox, or 2K, I can't remember, I think 2K is making this one, but I seriously doubt that they're going to have a bunch of the same legendaries from Borderlands 2. They're just going to put them in the other game with that look exactly the same, with the same names, the same skin, the same texture on them, and like the same special abilities. I seriously doubt that. I don't think they were actually done. This is from a couple of months ago, this gameplay. So I really don't, think, this is just my theory, I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know. I think what it was is, and I'm just rambling now, I just lost my train of thought completely, because I'm actually watching the gameplay for some reason, even though I was the one who played this, so I know what happens, so I don't really know why I'm doing that. But anyway, my theory is that they haven't finished creating all the weapons and stuff, so they showed some of the new, like the laser weapons and stuff are really the only new weapons types we really saw, I think. It looks like a lot of the grenades were very similar to Borderlands 2 as well. Everything looked very similar to Borderlands 2. I'm not sure if they were entirely done with the dynamics of the game at that time. Like, they were still adding, I think of it like DLCs, but they were just putting them into the game, basically, some legendaries and stuff. I think they had a few more, some legendaries to add and stuff, so they wanted people who played Borderlands 2 a lot, or were familiar with that game, to feel more comfortable playing it. They wanted it to feel comfortable instead of something completely different, which it is going to be new, and people are excited for something new. But it's also nice to have some, like, a little bit of comfort when you're playing it, like, for the first time, so like you feel like you know what to do, which is, so it's always kind of nice, like it's like the comfort factor or whatever. It's just kind of nice to have. But that's just my theory. I'm hoping that they're going to change a lot of the legendaries. I'm hoping that's what's happening, but I can't be sure. But that's what I'm hoping for. And I'm really hoping that all of these, that they're going to have a bunch of new, really cool legendaries and stuff that I can find. I can do some legendary weapons for you guys and stuff like that. That should be pretty exciting. But anyway, leave me any questions you have in the comments down below about Wilhelm or anything like that. I think he's actually pretty badass. I may actually want to do him as my playthrough now. I'm not entirely sure. I'm definitely going to play as all the characters at some point anyway. So basically, just leave me any comments or questions you have down in the comment section below. Tomorrow I'm going to be uploading the next one, which is Nisha, the Lawbringer, which is the third out of my 4 class breakdown videos. So leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you've not already. Leave comments and questions down in the comment section below. Tell your friends. Go eat a pizza. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.